All right, so in this video, we are going to crack open a PCGS holder for one of the GSA Carson City Morgans. This is something that I ordered online, basically through kind of like a private group. Saw some photos of it. It got a details or cleaned designation from PCGS, which I just kind of automatically found somewhat interesting because I've never really seen one of these GSA Carson cities that I thought looked cleaned. And this happens to be very toned. The pictures I saw, it's just a little hard to believe it would be clean. So, and the individual that I purchased it from felt like, he did not think it was cleaned. But in any case, let's take a look at this together. This is the box that it comes with. And here you can see is the PCGS holder for the GSA Carson City Morgan. Let's get a closer look here. You know what? Well, so I do like the toning on it. It's a little bit hard to see with this particular lighting I have at the moment. I should get a fluorescent light on this, which maybe I'll pause here in a second and do that, and it'll probably help us get a better look. But I don't know if that's on the holder or the coin, but if you look right there, it does almost look like it was kind of wiped off a little bit. Maybe that happened when they put this in this GSA holder, possibly, back in 1973. In any case, I'm going to crack it out of this PCGS case regardless, because there's just no sense in keeping it in here. I'd rather just keep it in the box. I plan on holding on to it. I do like the toning on it. I think it looks pretty good. I'll get a fluorescent light on this in a second, see if that helps. And then we'll look at cracking this out together. I did do a quick search on YouTube to see if there were any videos on cracking these out. On a very quick scroll down, I did not see anything. So it looks like there's an edge right here, very tight edge. I'm not seeing anything real obvious as far as like a notch or anything, but it does feel like, so there's also a little groove right here actually. But I'm going to pause this video for a second, get a fluorescent light on this. Probably we'll take a closer look at it, and then look at maybe what the best way to crack this open is without doing any damage to the GSA case. Okay, so we got our better lighting here. And you can see the colors on this look pretty good. But back to the case here, when I zoom in, you can see, if I'm going to flip this over, you can see right here towards the corner, right here towards the middle, and then again at the corner, there is what looks to be kind of like little tabs right there. That's probably where this actually connects to the other half of the case. I think my plan is going to be just try to take a knife. I don't have like anything thinner, like a nice thin chisel or anything. I'm going to try to take a knife, I think, to get it into this edge and see if I can't get it pried apart where some of these tabbed corners are for starters, and kind of go from there. All right, so I grabbed a knife. I fiddled with this a little bit off camera. And realized pretty quickly the knife wasn't going to work as far as trying to get it in here and pry this open. So I kind of tried along the edge here. I was able to get the knife blade in between. In fact, it's almost going in between right now. It is going in between. But the minute I would try to pry it or anything, it would really just flip out. This is sealed pretty well. I was able to get in the corner here a little bit, which is kind of hard to see if I get the camera to focus on that. Again, I got the blade in here quite well, but it just would not pry open. So I think I am going to go just kind of to what my original thought was as far as it should work, as not having any better option as a Dremel. So I'm going to use the Dremel right where these notches are for starters. I'm going to just try to do this one spot, that this corner I've already been doing a little work on. And once I get the Dremel just through the plastic here enough, I'll see if I can pry it open with a screwdriver, which I think is going to be probably the best solution. So what I'm going to do first is mark that spot a little bit there. I realize I think the lighting is causing all my focus issues here. Alright, so I'm going to mark that spot a little bit with a Sharpie. Okay, nothing significant. But it helps me see where I'm going to Dremel here once I get that started. So I'm going to pause again, get the Dremel ready. We'll come back, do a little Dremel on this, and see if we can get this pried open. So I'll just be using a regular cutting wheel here. But let's get kind of started and we'll see how this is going to go. So that seems to maybe be working here. I'm going to grab a larger screwdriver and we'll go back to trying to maybe pry this open a little bit. So let me grab that. All right, so I got a screwdriver. I don't even think I'm really necessarily all the way through on this. Let's just kind of see if we can. It's definitely prying it open. So you guys can kind of see there. There we go. We got the corner popped open. Yeah, this is definitely, I think, gonna do the job here. See if I can do this with keeping this on camera. You guys can see right there pretty well. That's cracking the entire top or bottom, maybe of this case off. This is the bottom technically. So let me just see if I can kind of continue to go around like this. I may need to find something else to put in here as I go around. Yeah, here we go. All right, there you go. So we got it out of there. I'm interested to see how this sticker comes off. But there it is, out of that PCGS holder. Does have nice coloring. Does look like maybe it was rubbed at some point, possibly. but kind of odd markings. Again, that would have, if anything, happened when they put it in this GSA holder, which would have been done in like 1973, maybe 1974. Otherwise, this should have most likely just sat in like a burlap sack straight from the mint. Probably got shipped around to various vaults from ultimately the time it was minted and put into the bag. So just really odd again that it would have been cleaned per se or wiped off. But again, maybe it happened when somebody was putting this into this GSA holder and they thought, maybe I'll try to wipe that off. But we got it out of there, and that was really not too difficult once I started using the Dremel, and then was able to get a screwdriver in there. It really worked pretty well. Here's a look at that case, but pretty minimal work with the Dremel. I mean, I could probably just pop this thing back in there, I guess, if I wanted to. Don't anybody get any ideas on that. But I'm gonna look at peeling this sticker off. I'll maybe do that off camera just so I'm not fiddling too much with it here. Let me see actually if I can get the screwdriver under here. Yeah. I was curious about how difficult this might be to get off. Yeah, it's going to leave some stuff for sure. There you can kind of see this actually has some of their security stuff on it. Left a little bit of that. I have found in the past pretty good luck getting this kind of stuff off with just like an alcohol prep pad or something like that. Here you can kind of see where they have some of their security stuff on their tag. Pretty interesting, informational stuff. But we got it out of that PCGS holder. I definitely prefer that. I can put it back in this case. I definitely don't need that holder telling me it's been cleaned. So in any case, hopefully you guys took something away from this video. Thanks for watching. All right, I had to come back real quick because I know some of you would have been interested about how well that adhesive came off of here. So I just used, as I mentioned, like an alcohol prep pad. And for the most part, even just kind of used my finger and removed most of that. I had still a little cleaning up to do, but it came off really pretty easily. It didn't leave any significant marks on there or anything like that. So I thought some of you might be interested to see how well that came off or wouldn't come off. And it was pretty easy, but like I said, still have to clean it up just a little bit. But once again, thanks for watching.